Hello everyone, it's been a very long time since I did a video. I think, wow, almost a year ago. But I was busy, I had to do some moving and a few other things. And I was doing a lot of stuff on Twitch, but unfortunately that is stopped for now. I will resume soon, but for now I'm going to do a Let's Play on Banished. As you'll see, this is on the Prinnycast channel and not on my other channel. That one is basically going to be defunct, but I'm just going to leave it there. Eventually, I'm going to let people know on that channel that I'm no longer using it. Maybe do a video, or maybe I'll put this video on and tell them with an annotation, hey, get your asses over to this channel. I figured that it will centralize the Prinnycast network a little bit more. But yeah, we're gonna play some Banished. And if you've come to the oh, here we go already. If you've come to watch this video, then you obviously want to see me play some Banished. So here we go. I'm gonna name it something, I don't know, Prinnyville, because we're all gonna die. Maybe not. I played it a little bit, so I somewhat know what I'm doing. I don't want to play on hard because I want people to come on here and maybe learn how to play. So yeah, we're just going to do it on this and see how it works. Maybe I can stop rambling and sound like a buffoon and explain stuff quickly while I'm doing this game. Right, as you see, you start off with a group of people. They've all been banished because apparently they're all retards or something. Anyways, the first thing you want to do is get them something to eat. They already have a little food. Oh, the first thing you should do is turn these on. If you don't turn these on and you don't get used to having them on, you're going to have problems. Yeah, all these should be on at every time. You should never ever turn them off. So the first thing we're going to do is go into roads and bridges and put roads here. Yeah. Now I have two choices. I can build a crop because in normal mode you get seeds, so you can do some farming, or I can do some hunting and gathering. And honestly, you should probably do some gathering and hunting first. First, we're going to look around the area. This is a prime area for hunting and gathering. So what we're going to do immediately is scroll this over here. Press R to flip that. You gotta press R twice. We're going to go to hunting, and I'll do the same thing. We'll get some roads. Right there. Right there. Alrighty. Now we're going to speed this up a little bit too, because otherwise this is going to be like stupid. This is where you hit space and you pause the game. Because if you don't pause the game, you're going to lose. You're going to lose really fast. This game is really good at that too, making you lose. The first thing we're going to do is go to remove resources, go here, and actually this is not hard, this is normal. As you see, in normal, they give you some resources. So we're just going to go ahead and let them go to it. They're going to start grabbing resources. We'll zoom in. Or they're going to start doing that because I told them to do that first. And they're not even doing all of it once, they're doing some of it. They should be coming over here to rip out the resources and make it ready. And do the roads too. I should have probably told them to do the roads later. Me being an idiot. Now, they should be grabbing the resources. And if you look over here, you'll see, you know, the amount of logs, the amount of stone, the amount of iron. And you see that, hey, they're taking iron, they're taking logs, and they're taking stone. And they're going to get these going. It looks like they're starting with the hunting cabin first, but they do swip and swatch constantly. It's actually somewhat annoying, but this early on it doesn't really matter. well, it does matter, and you can get killed so fast in this game by dilly-dallying around. Maybe if they would speed up a little bit, they gotta run back and forth, plus they get hungry, plus they freeze their asses off in the winter, so they have to go get warm. So there's actually quite a bit you have to do, but as you see, they're done with the hunting cabin, and now they're gonna go, work on it whenever they feel like it, whenever they feel like wandering back over here and getting stuff done. We still have enough stone, we still have enough logs and stone that we can build some cabins just as soon as this gets done. Alright, as you see, they're done building that. So we now have a hunting cabin. We're going to have 3 people working the hunting cabin, and we're going to have 4 people working the gathering hut. Our food crisis is now averted before it ever began. I'm going to build some dirt roads, too thick. They're too thick because I'm honestly terrified of having 1 thick roads because of fires, which are disasters, which are one of the most devastating things that can happen in this game other than tornadoes, which, you know, if I'm saying it's bad, and since I'm a simulation lover, then yeah, it's really, really bad. It is quite devastating. So we're gonna build 15. That's a good amount of houses. We'll get more dirt. Why did I say dirt? Like Minecraft. We'll get more dirt roads. And we'll let them get to that. Wooden houses are good at first. I wouldn't suggest stone houses. You can upgrade to stone houses later. Literally, when this is done, I can click upgrade and they'll upgrade to stone. For now, you just have one job, and that's to make it so they will survive. We've already got the food, and they're already doing pretty good up there. And now we got houses. But, as you'll see, we have, and it's now whining that the reserve on logs is the reserve on logs is low. Wow, thank you, Dyslexia. Thank you so much. I love you. The reserve on logs is low, and the reserve on stone is low. That's fine. As you see, there's all kinds of resources around me, so I will tell them right now, stop what you're doing, and rip all that up. And they will do it immediately. Well, they will do it almost immediately. They'll do it when they damn well feel like it. That's basically what's going to happen. See, they're doing it now, but the game has some Pathfinder issues, and just basically AI issues. It was made by one person, so you don't want to hold it to him too much, but there are some issues, and he's going to get to it eventually. I hope. That's a big I hope. The last thing you want is not to get to it, and people will lose interest because of it. But fortunately, modding is in this game, so you don't have to worry about that. They're finishing with the last house. And now, I can tell them to get a woodcutter. We want a woodcutter to make firewood, because if we don't have firewood, the houses get cold. And if the houses get cold, then these people get cold, and these people get cold, they freeze their asses to death. So, yes, you want to keep them warm. So these are some of the first things you want to do. You want to get a food supply. So we got the hunter and the gatherer. That is kind of. Is it kind of cheap to do that at the beginning? It depends on your difficulty. I'm just showing you what you need to do to survive in a normal mode situation. Hard is very different. You gotta get houses. You gotta get a fire. You gotta get a woodcutter that will make firewood. And if you look at the event log, you'll see that nothing. Okay, great. Normally by now they would be having children, and that may seem kind of odd because they've never went in their houses, but they will just start having children like crazy. And that's good. You want children. Children are your workforce. Slave child labor is definitely the thing to do in this game. You can make a school and, you know, maybe give your kids education so they have a better life, but in the beginning you don't want to do that immediately. You could do it later on. There are repercussions. My people run about 30% slower because they're not educated. Well, they are educated right now. Their children will not be educated. It lets me click on them. As you see, their job is labor, they're educated, they got an iron tool, and their clothing is fair. So now we have one person that'll start working on the woodcutter. They are now a woodcutter, and they will start chopping and making firewood. This is good. Now these guys are just going nuts and chopping away, and as you see, a child named Vern was born. Get used to that, because another one was just born too. That is your workforce. You have to start building houses, and you have to keep building them to increase your population more and more. Now, as you see, I have 25 tools, and I have 9 clothes. Tools are crazy important in this game. If you ever run out of tools, and all their tools break, they go to 10% efficiency when they're doing anything. Everything takes forever, your people will starve, they will be unable to do anything, and eventually everybody will die. So it's very imperative that you not let that happen, and you get a blacksmith going. Put this right here, that way they have good access to the stockpile. And they'll get going with that with no problem. If they feel like doing it. Right here, if you go to the second option, there is increase priority. Clicking this will tell them, hey, I kind of want you to do this first. Can you do this first for me? And most of the time they'll listen and they'll come over here. Or sometimes they'll ignore you and they'll do as they damn well please. There's some pathfinding and AI problems, as I said. You'll see that sometimes they do ignore the roads. That's just as it is right now. The patches that will come out eventually will fix that. But right now, yay! Look at her go. A child named Danny was born. And we already got another laborer. If they hurry up and get this going, then... as you see, the season just changed to winter. This is the bad time. If you don't have firewood, they would start getting cold. And you would start freezing your asses off, and eventually everybody would die. And there's so many ways to die that watching them die from freezing to death just isn't very pleasant at all. So it's not just something you want to enjoy, have happen. There's still all kinds of resources around. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell them, hey, go ahead and clear this area out too. And they should run up there and start ripping it up while these guys work on the blacksmith. And they're going at it. Oh yeah, go at it. Do it. And as you see, they are going crazy. Now, you don't want to tear down anything in this little circle area around here for the gatherers, otherwise it will lower their efficiency. Same for the hunters. They need mature wood. And as you see, there's actually places where there's not mature wood that's actually hindering us. That will be solved in a few minutes. Woodcutter's chopping away. We now hired a blacksmith. 50 tool limit? No. 25. So I built it and it's ready. And he's going to build about 3 and then he's going to be done. You don't want him using all your damn resources early on. Now we'll jump over here for a moment. All these stone and iron is getting in the way. This forest is not complete. We can make it better. We can make it so that our gatherer's hut and our hunter's lodge is more efficient. And we can do that with a forest lodge. We will do our best to put this in an area. Oh, what do I do? Turn the screen somehow using the WASD. Okay, see? Even I don't know everything about this because it's only been out for about a week. Anyways, you see the little yellow line. We're going to do our best to keep it with the other ones. And there, they should go over there and start working on that. We'll take all the libraries and turn them into builders. That way that they're trying to go do building work. Now, if somebody died right now, there's no laborers, so labor would not take the place of the person that died for their job, which means it would just be they would just not get replaced. And that would be bad if you didn't notice that happened, like if it was your doctor and smallpox was in the hospital, smallpox was in the village, and everybody would die. You'll learn that there are 1,001 ways for people to die in this game. Population now at 17. We can look inside the houses. Oh look, a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old had a kid. Oh god. 17 and 16-year-old. Oh dear god. 16 and 18. 18 and 23. The 23 is the oldest one I've seen yet. The 23-year-old is the oldest of them all. I have no comment on that. Let's go ahead and get another house. Go ahead and put one over here, here. That way, when our kids have more kids, we can give them a house so that they can raise those kids in there too. That's what's major important. Always more houses for more kids. Otherwise, they'll get old and they'll stop breeding. And when they stop breeding, your population will stagnate. And when your population stagnates, you lose. I'm just having them do this right now while they're getting this done. Sometimes, like I said, they'll freak out and like not build for what seems like a month at a time. Alright, so now we're gonna take 4 of these and put them here and have them chopping and cutting. Yeah. Now we can have them do a couple other things too. I don't want these stones in this vicinity, so I'm gonna tell them, hey, all these stones have got to go. Is there any iron here? Because we'll tell the same thing. All this iron's going to go. However, we do not want to get rid of the trees. They'll cut down the trees that need cut down anyways. And they'll add more trees, although they won't be that old. And eventually we'll tell it, hey, you need to stop cutting down trees, or you need to stop planting trees. Why you would tell them ever to stop planting trees is beyond me. I don't understand why you would want to do that. There's actually a hint that I can show you right now. I can just tell them right now, do not cut down trees. And they won't. And since we don't need 4 people planting trees, you can go ahead and tell them, hey, only one person is going to run around and plant trees after they get rid of all these rocks and all the iron. And then the forest will get nice and big, and the population of the herbs and everything that they're gathering in the deer population will go up, and you will get more. Simple as that. So now we will tell these... Where are they? We will tell the foresters that we only need one of them, and we already have. So there you go. We'll put them back on building, just to give them something to do. So if I tell them, hey, you need to do this, they'll do it immediately. We do need to add some roads. Plus we need to check the pathfinding. How is the pathfinding going for this? You see they're taking a retarded, not so convenient path. How about the same thing here? Okay, they're taking a even stranger path. Now you'd think if I build a road, they'll take a better path. No. They will not take a better path. They will do as they damn well please. So, that's something that will need to be worked on. So we'll go ahead and build a road up to here, and a road up to here. The line's right there, so we know from here to here, and it tells me that this is the limit, this is where the forest begins, and this is where the town begins. Don't mess around with the forest in this area, otherwise you're screwing up the production yield for the hunting area and the gathering. Those are done in a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old. Oh. That's just so... that's wrong. That's so wrong. At least some of them are getting older and they're in their 20s. As you see, we have a limited amount of clothing now. And as you see, we have some leather. We can use the leather to make some clothing, that way they don't have ragged clothes and freeze to death. Freezing to death is always a major possibility in this game. Anything is a major possibility, actually, if you aren't careful. But I already have a black... Okay, Sam. Durr Grover, you're a Builder Tailor. I'm just herping and derping already. So we're telling Builder Tailor, hey guys, you need to increase the priority. It's time to build a tailor. 2 more laborers. Tailor will keep us just clothing. That way we don't have to worry about them freezing. Later on, we will get more stuff, and we'll be able to make better versions of clothing. Right now, we can make some leather clothing that's all right. It'll keep them warmish. Same with the iron. Eventually, you can make steel when you have coal. We don't have coal, so we're not doing that yet. Go ahead and get that going. And they're taking their pleasant little time with the stones. That's perfectly fine. In the beginning, it can be slow. It's not something you really want to rush either. I'm rushing a little bit because, you know, I'm doing a Let's Play. Normally, you want to make sure that you're not going to lose everything. You're not going to die and waste 20 minutes. I am doing the double roads because I'm terrified of fire. I've had fires that have wiped out my 400 size village before. I know some people have had way bigger villages. Good for you. I've been trying to do that too, and it hasn't been going so well, so... Chop chop. As you see, trees fall down by themselves. And if a tree falls down and there's a villager nearby, they can die from it. So, it's something I would say be careful from, but it just happens at random. So if it happens, it happens. If there's a villager nearby, then your villager's dead. Deal with it. Alright, we'll tell you to start making clothing. That way our people don't freeze to death. And the winter is coming. If I check the seasons, it's year 2. I think at year 4 I will call a video. I always want to think of how far I want to go in. I don't know exactly how long each Banished video should be. Maybe give me a comment in the comments and tell me how long you think it should be. I think 30 minutes would be good. 30 minutes is always good, because any longer than that, then you tend to get bored a little bit. Oh, 11-year-old blacksmith. Okay. 11-year-old all by herself. this is when you could possibly... Okay, I have 2 mini houses. That's not bad. It's just some of these houses are going to remain empty for a little while. So we have venison, tons and tons of venison, iron tools. We got hide coats being made. Our people are generally safe right now. Now, that's not a very good spot for a trading port. For that, I suppose the trading port will have to be out there. That sucks. I don't want that. What I'm going to have to do, and I usually don't do this pretty soon on, is take that, check. There we go. Build a tunnel. Normally I wouldn't start doing this, but I like to get a trading port out sooner than later. Ah, thank you. Thank you for canceling all of it because of 1 red. It's incredibly useful. Hey, guys, prioritize. Go. Now hopefully they're not going to be stupid and go across this mountain and try to do this side, but I wouldn't hold my breath. They do weird stuff like that. Or they'll just do the road first, even though I told them prioritize. Ah, come. Should have just told them to do that first, but that's whatever. They're doing it slowly but surely. Food is decent. I'll have to put up more soon, or maybe I'll go ahead and get a farm next, because a farm would be good. It would show you guys how to do a farm. Yay, there they go. We're running low on wood. Are you guys done with the stone up there? Nope, you're not. Well, yeah, you are. Was this action? I will tell them, and this action is the cancel removal. Cancel removal! This tells them, stop. I don't want you to do that anymore. And with this, we could tell them, hey, no, I don't want that. Hey, I want you to harvest all these trees. And I mean all these trees. That simply is telling us that there is no more leather. Nope, they've already turned all that leather into coats. And our first person has died from childbirth. What a what? And there's one of them walking all the way around the mountain just to do one. Or that's a kid. What are you doing here, kid? Oh, it's a 3-year-old little girl running around on the other side of the mountain. Oh, and a 21-year-old. Now he will go over there and go ahead and work on this side of the mountain because I don't know why. Oh, he's not the only one too. Oh, goody. I guess that's just one of the quirks in this game that's highly annoying. But whatever, the tunnel is now done, and they should go for the tunnel to get back, or they'll be stupid and they'll go back around the mountain. But it looks like they'll be smart and not go around the mountain. Alright, this... I think that will work. Yeah, it's connected, I think. I hope that'll work. I really hope that'll work. If it doesn't work, then I'll know in a year or so if it doesn't work or not. I guess we're going to go ahead and go to spring 5. Go to year 5, and then I'll see what the video is like. In the next video, I'll determine how far we can go along each video to determine how far I can go into each video. Oh, it's literally telling me that I can't do it in that area. Actually, I'm just a moron. It's telling me that it's backwards. Excellent. Now it's a straight line. Almost straight line. Whatever. Same there. Tell them after that, get the stone, and then after the stone, get the iron. I don't know if it multi-phases like that, and maybe just all adds up, and they just start going after everything else. But I'm pretty sure it queues it up in invisible little queues. It says first get the wood, then get the stone, then get the iron. If they start working on this now, they will have enough. Oh, that tunnel is immensely useful. Something tells me the woodcutter took some of the wood, so I may not be able to get this done. I think that's exactly what happened. So look at, what are you doing? Why did you wander off like that? See, that's really weird like that. Why don't you just pick it up? Let's check you. Do you have anything on you? No, you have nothing. Why don't you just pick it up? That's kind of weird. I imagine that's all the stone, so I have all the stone that I will know. Or maybe they're walking with a stone. That's probably what's going on. Yep. Okay, we can speed this up a little more. There we go, there we go. I gotta keep my finger on that space button at all times, because if something goes wrong, I need to gain control real fast. So 10 times is the fastest. I've never done 10 times speed, so... Oh yeah, you chop that down. Yeah! Look at him go! Like a little Speedy Gonzales. Okay. Swimming there. I wonder if I could tell them to prioritize this. Ah, I can. Excellent. So they should go do that immediately. Oh, that actually worked. That actually worked exactly as intended. Oh, shit. Need a farm. How serious of a situation is this yet? Okay, it doesn't look so bad yet. And that's growing. And it's early autumn. Ah, crap. Okay, well, good news is there's a place right here. That's done. Good. We're gonna get another gatherer. Yeah, put the gatherer right here. Because all we want now is a gatherer, because I don't want my people to starve. Oh, see, I forgot to tell them to prioritize that, so they're off still gathering and collecting iron and stone and trees from over there. Food went up. Okay, that just scared me. When you see this food go to 0, sometimes it really scares the holy shit out of you in this. There's no way they used up all that. Alright, the trader's done. So we're gonna go ahead and make this just one. We only need one for now. Limited food. Let's go ahead and do 200 firewood to start off. Firewood is the best. Everybody will always want to use firewood for something, anything. All the traders accept it. You should never, ever trade stone and iron. Usually it's you getting stone and iron. You guys can get over there and start working on this. Oh, you can just wander off. Probably cold. Probably going to go warm up. Oh, you did one thing to work and you left. Goody. That kid just ran to go see what was going on. Get your asses back here. They're chopping and it's late winter and it's still not done and there's... Damn it! Why do you run all the way down there and do one thing to work and then run off? You're assholes. Get down here. Goodness. Are you serious? Alright, there we go. We got 4 more gatherers. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a farm. Thinking of where I can do the farm where it's not really going to be in the way. Do I want to do a big farm or just a little farm for now? Maybe a little farm. How big can I make the farm right here? Right here I can go all the way 10 by 10. It's not bad. We'll go ahead and do potatoes because it's the only thing we can do. We'll go ahead and have 6 farmers, because why not? Doesn't affect anything. Sometimes you have to do that to make it work. So, wow, they've really cleared that up. They're going to run down there and they're going to start working away on this. And really, now it starts slowing down a little bit. You're not in so much danger. Okay, I'm not in any danger immediately. Every time I see that food go to 0, it's just a moment of extreme worry. And as you see, the yield will go up, so it's always good that you have more people working on it. That way, there's always usually 3, because usually only 3 or 4, 5. But you want as many people working on it as you can, and sometimes they gotta stop and go do their little things, like go eat and not freeze to death, or go die from childbirth. You know, just the natural things, and food is getting scary low. Oh, yeah. Oh good, we got some berries and some things, so that's good at least. We're not completely screwed. I'm hoping that maybe a trader will come in for here. It looks like he can get through there. That's a really shallow entrance. I'll go ahead and tell them to do 400 now. We got plenty of wood. I think the yield is, the more they work it, the faster it goes up as the seasons change. But I may be wrong, and I may be wasting my time with 6 people, but what the hell. They wouldn't be doing anything else very productive right now. I mean, other than a forester or getting these last few blocks, which I'll just go ahead and tell it, hey, go ahead and grab these. Food is low. That's scary. That means food's starting to run low in these. No, it's not. I like double guessing myself while I'm playing it. It's always good. And these are all herbs and mushrooms and stuff, so it's food that is collecting. They're probably going to put it in their house, or not even going to go put it in the barn because they're assholes and hoard. Yeah, they do hoard in this game, so you gotta be careful about that. I like the music in this game. Music is decent. How are you? Wow, that was a terrible yield. That was horrifyingly bad. But it did its job. We're not going to starve this winter, I hope. What's awesome is the farmers are now laborers, because anybody that's not doing their job or can't do their job reverts to a laborer until they can do their job, and then they go do their job, and yeah, you get the picture. So we'll go ahead and get a hunting lodge over here, because why not? And we'll tell them, hey, do the hunting lodge, we'll increase priority, everybody will come running down here. We need more iron. There's plenty of iron down here, so I will tell them, hey, iron, grab it. Of course they're not picking it up, they're going to run back and get warm, then come back and pick it up. Because that makes sense. Come on. Pick it up. Get back over here. Well, that was easy. All we gotta do is wait for the builders to come over here. Hey, builders, come on. Get your asses over here. Oh, 3 of you? Really? 3? Nice. Okay, y'all give up. Only one of them remained. Maybe he'll get it done before he wanders off. Oh, excellent. They did. There's some of these builders. now we'll just tell him, hey, get rid of some of the stone that's all over here. Can probably get more houses, but it's about the end of the video. That's what we'll bring. Oh, there's a trader! Excellent. So what does he have to trade? A bunch of hide coats. Oh, whoop-de-doo, you worthless bastard. We'll go ahead and tell him that I want stone, I want iron, and no logs? Okay, logs. And I want these every visit. Every time I want him, every time he comes here, I want these. Nothing else, for now. And since I don't want any damn hide coats, I'll go ahead and tell him to get bent. Go away. On your way now. How the hell are you gonna get across? Okay, he just flew across it, whatever. He's got a magic boat. Bunch of kids are born. Deer everywhere. Look at all these deer. I'm too afraid to go into this area because they'll get eaten. And that's it. I will go ahead and end it now. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe on the current channel, which is the Prinnycast. I expect I will probably be doing a video every other day now. I want to get back into it, and I also want to start doing my Twitch every day again. Let's see if we can actually do it right this time, instead of doing it half-assed. But that's it, guys. I will see you next time. Farewell.